Alright, this is Hike with Mike here. Fireside chat number 3. It's a chilly late afternoon in Florida, probably in the 40s, probably get down in the 30s later on. And today I thought I'm not going to have it as long as that 12-minute fireside chat last time. That's way too long. This one, a couple of topics here is dangers hiking, which if you're a skilled hiker and someone who's always in the woods, this is going to kind of be boring for you and you'll roll your eyes a little bit. But for those who are just getting started, I just wanted to go over some of the dangers you might face hiking. And again, this is specific to my geography, which is tropical Florida, swampy, warm water type of geography. Obviously, I would have, if I was doing this from Minnesota, I would include moose and wolves and bear. But for my area, I mean, there's some stuff that's going to overlap. First thing is, and I have this kind of in the least dangerous, in my opinion, which could change, is a lot of people worry about wild boar. I've come across them several times. I've never had any problems with them. They tend to run off whenever I see them. I think when you hear the stories about the wild boar being dangerous, it's usually when there's hunters and they're wounded and things like that. But I haven't had any problems with wild boar. Not to say that it couldn't happen, though. Snakes, I don't really worry about snakes a lot. I know a lot of people fear snakes. I find that when you're hiking, they either sit there and hope that you don't notice them, they run off, and the only really times a lot of people are bit by venomous snakes or any other snake is when they're handling them or they accidentally step on them. So if you keep an eye out on where you're stepping, you should be fine. And I know I'm using this bootleg cards because it's still a little bit difficult for me to bend over and stuff and edit. I'm sitting down, but it's getting better. This is a big one, though. This is something I always worry about, is rabid animals, particularly skunk and raccoons. I remember one time being out on a trail, I saw a very skinny raccoon out in the middle of the day, and I just turned around. I just knew that was rabid, and I don't want to have a series of rabies shots and things like that. So that's always something to be concerned about. Animals that normally are not out during the day and they're skinny and confused, stay away. That's a definite danger. The alligator snapping turtle, which shouldn't be dangerous to anyone but people like me who sometimes swamp hike and I'm walking in water and things like that. Don't think it's a major danger, but the thought of getting half my foot chopped off is a little bit unnerving. But I've never really come across anything to worry about at this point. This is one, again, this next one is only because specifically to the type of hiking that I do, and I don't recommend it. I have all kinds of warnings. Hike with a group. Don't go off the trail. Follow state, federal laws. Do not hike in deep water, unfamiliar water. Never, ever. Just be safe. Know wildlife, their behaviors, and things like this. But for me specifically, this is something I do have to worry about. I've never had an aggressive situation with one, but it's always there. And if you know the behavior of the animal you're dealing with, a lot of times alligators are dangerous because knuckleheads feed them and they lose their fear of humans. But most of the time, they will just go off. But again, common sense. Don't hike alone. Don't hike at nighttime when you're near swamps and things like that. It is a definite danger that you need to be worried about. And never ever feed alligators. I think that's a big problem with why they're dangerous. But definitely respect them. And don't do anything stupid. I've never come across these. People are like, oh, you're going to get leeches walking in the swamp. But I put it here as a potential problem, but I've never had leeches. Thank God. Knock on wood. Now we're getting into some of the more dangerous things, because like so many things in life, less is more. The smaller the animal, usually the most dangerous it is. This is one There is a brain-eating amoeba. I have the scientific name there. It's very rare, but it's one of the reasons why I don't put my head underwater in a lot of waters that are warm, like Florida. It's not just a tropical situation, though. People have gotten this virus or whatever it is, amoeba, is extremely deadly. Most people that come in contact with this do die. There's only been a few situations where someone has survived this, but it is some sort of an amoeba. It likes warm water, and you're swimming in a warm pond, and usually its entry is through the nose. So if you like dive into some water, stagnant water and things like that, you had the potential for that. But even any body of water in Florida and other areas in the summertime, a lot of people don't know about it, but it's a very dangerous thing. Like I said, it's the little things that get you. Less is more. The most dangerous animal, the second most dangerous animal in the world, and I'll explain in a minute why, and you see it in the news right now, the Zika virus, are mosquitoes. I think I spelled mosquitoes wrong. I think there should be a T-O-E-S there, and ticks. Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Ticks cause all kinds of, or mosquitoes cause all kinds of diseases as well. Definitely. You know, people worry about snakes and other things, and wolves and bears, but these are the things that are going to get you, and you need to be prepared for it. The mosquito is the deadliest animal in the world. But I say the most deadliest, dangerous animal in the world. Right there. People, the most dangerous animal. Most people I meet on the trails, luckily I go in very isolated areas and I'll come across a lot of people. But when I do, they tend to be nature type people and they're really nice. But you never know if you're going to run across some seedy, sketchy individuals there that are up to no good. So I'm going with people being the most dangerous animal. And again, this is just specific to my area here. If I was in Alaska, I'd be putting up moose and I would be putting up grizzly bears as dangers. But I think overall, wherever you are, Arctic, tropical, etc., people, the most dangerous animal. They could save your life, but they can also take your life, depending on who they are. And then the last thing I want to do is I enjoy this chilly fireside chat here is to recognize one subscriber I have. He has about 50 subscribers, fairly new, and he happens to be lucky into he's out west in my bucket list area to hike. I mean, I love hiking in the wet swamps and in Florida, and it's awesome, but my bucket list, just because I've never been there, is to go out to the west and the desert west area here, which he happens to be headquartered in. And if you would check out ATH, capital A, capital T, capital H, Outdoors. Really cool channel. A lot of that desert channel. He has the 3 best, one of my favorite videos of his is his 3 best campsites. The one I remember is the one I want to go to is the lesser known campground at the Grand Canyon. But check out ATH Outdoors. I think you'll enjoy. If you like my videos, you like some of the people I suggested, you'll like ATH Outdoors. So enjoy it and enjoy what's left of the weekend, and hopefully I'll be out on the trails soon.